Um, my client's goal was to reduce frequency of bladder infections and to stop using her statins. She'd been advised for maybe, I'd say at least her last 2, 3, 4 doctor's appointments to start using statins, and she just agreed to it recently because she had cholesterol detected in her blood. It hadn't laid down tracks yet, so it hadn't started to form plaque in her arteries, but her doctors kept emphasizing and emphasizing. So she just started using them, but since our consultation, she has stopped actually. Her recent history, she suffered from bladder infection since she was a young girl. She also has, as I mentioned before, cholesterol in her blood. And then she had, I believe it was a year or 2 ago, a PET scan, which is a brain scan. And there was, as she said, little sparkles of plaque that were in her brain, or in her brain. And her mother actually suffered from dementia, so there is a family history there. Her current medications are, after the consultation we had, she had just finished this vibramycin for her bladder infection that she had in August, or excuse me, her UTI. At the time, she was taking her statins, and then she has also taken triphala pills for, I'd say, at least 20 years. And then she had a new, I think it's pronounced konjac, root fiber. I'm going to open this chat so I can see it. Let's see. Yeah, Connor, plaque. And then she takes this root fiber in the morning with cinnamon. She had read that cinnamon is helpful in preventing bladder infections, so she's kind of gone crazy with it. And I'm just going to jump to findings. She is definitely textbook Pitta. She lives in the desert. She has a Pitta mind, Pitta body type. She's in the she is in the Vata stage of her life, so she does have Vata influence as well. But she's very much Pitta. And then, Erin, you had mentioned this on the forum about the connection to UTIs and suppressed emotions. And I did detect many, many years of suppressed grief and ongoing heartache. So there is something definitely there that I believe is affecting her overall health and her ability to heal. Let's see what else. She also, it's Pitta insomnia, so again, in a really overactive mind with her Pitta. A brief thing about her Ahara and Vihara. She, at the time of our consultation, was very adamant about 1 meal a day. She'll take her root in the morning. She drinks seltzer water all day, and then 1 large dinner, usually a very large burrito at night. Oh, that's also, so she, Pitta, she loves spice, loves salsa, loves Pitta aggravating foods. But she did, her acne was not Tikshna acne. She did have Vishama acne, and she was prone to constipation. So that's why she's been taking triphala for many, many years. And she also just started this root fiber because the triphala wasn't really working anymore. She also doesn't drink enough water, I believe. So the ama, not visibly present. She didn't have, her tongue seemed okay. But again, there is cholesterol. So I believe that there's ama in her Rakta Dhatu. It looked, I would think that it would be Pittasama that started in her, I think it's in her, not colon, where does the Pittasama reside? Or start, I forget. In her liver, excuse me. And then it just entered into her Rakta Dhatu. So my recommendations are to pacify Pitta dosha and eliminate the heat in the body, to enkindle her acne with special attention to her Meda tomato agni, so she can start to really digest that cholesterol and strengthen there. In regards to her urinary tract infections, I think she needs to soothe. Oh, there's a typo, I believe. Her maha. Oh, sorry. She needs to soothe her mutra vahasrotas, but her mutra srotas, but also her mahavata srotas because of the negative emotions, and clear her cholesterol. And she's definitely set in her ways. She believes how she lives is a very healthy way. So I just wanted to introduce very small things, kind of do like a drip methodology, like each day or each week we start something new. So I try to emphasize at least trying to do 3 times a day. She has experienced weight gain over the decade, I'd say slow and steady, but to really just bring back her agni. I emphasize the 3 meals a day, increase water intake, add lemon or cucumber or mint, even coconut water. Again, she lives in the desert, so it's extremely dry, extremely hot, extremely windy. To pacify pitta dosha, to also include some cranberry pomegranate juice for her to prevent UTIs. Her turmeric. I also recommended, and this is something actually I got a text from her yesterday and she was really excited about. Instead of just taking triphala, try triphala powder and then also add additional amalaki to that. And she's really taken to that. She also started Goksharati Gugulu, which she has loved. So she's been doing that since soon after we had the consultation, and she's been really happy with that. I haven't talked to her in detail, but she just was raving about it, which I was happily surprised about. And that's and then I also, did I mention it here? I recommended that if she could just start with 3 minutes of meditation, because meditation was something that she didn't. She knew it was important and she wanted to, but she just didn't want to commit to it. So I said, well, maybe 5 minutes of meditation just to start and see where it goes. And it's something she's interested in, but she just can't start a pattern or dedicate herself to it. And then I had these questions at the end because I wasn't sure of the best herbal protocol. I kind of went back and forth about what's most important to help digest the cholesterol or help to focus on healing, to be preventative for urinary tract infections. And then also there's been a lot of chatter, especially Connor, I know you're a huge proponent of Kaduchi, so I don't know if she would be a good person to try Kaduchi, because I also didn't want to give her too many herbs. I just didn't know what the best protocol would be for her. So I hope I didn't go too fast.
That was amazing. That was perfect.
Okay.
So I would like Christina, Samir, and Connor to give their comments, please, before I jump in.
Yes, she actually surprisingly doesn't have that much of dry skin. But yes, dryness I think would be evident in her Vishama Agni. And her hair was a bit dry.
Samir and Christina, do you want to answer those questions? What do you think? Christina Miller, not Christina Brill.
Everyone see this?
Yes.
Okay, perfect. Okay, so this client is a male in Pitta age, and his primary concern is that he has really poor quality of sleep. He either has insomnia and can't fall asleep, or he falls asleep and then wakes up throughout the night. And he also has pretty high stress and anxiety, mostly due to his job. He's in sales and works on commission. So there's just a lot of pressure to perform, or else he doesn't make money. So his prakriti is Vata Pitta. combination. And then his Vikriti, I saw that Vata has come up a lot. So he doesn't really have any past medical history to speak of and is not on any medications. So his Agni is Visham Agni, and he has occasional constipation and then loose stools when stressed. There wasn't too much ama present. There was a slight white coating on the tongue. So he's also a naturally very thin person, and often has to remind himself to eat because he has a low appetite and trouble getting weight to even put on. So his immune system is a little bit weak. He gets quite a few colds. So here are just some lifestyle details. He, like I said, he does sales for a startup tech company, and he works out 5 days a week, just cardio and weight training. I thought his alcohol consumption was a bit high and could be a Hetu. He pretty much only drinks on weekends, but he's a moderate to heavy drinker when he goes out. 5 to 6 and more drinks per night on weekends. And in terms of daily routine, he wakes up at 6 a.m. on weekdays, but then on weekends, if he's been out drinking, his sleep is very disordered in that he might go to bed at like 5 a.m. and wake up in the middle of the day. So his normal daily routine on weekdays, though, is waking up early at 6. He has oatmeal for breakfast, works from 8 to 5, then he works out and has social activities, and then dinner at 8, attempting to go to sleep around 10:30, but often experiences insomnia and doesn't fall asleep until after midnight, or wakes up intermittently. So he used to eat out primarily, almost exclusively restaurant meals, but in the last 6 months, he's started cooking dinner more at home. Excuse me. He he decided that he wanted to make some changes in his health, which is why he started talking to me. So he, let's see, his dinner is, so lunch is usually a salad or sandwich, Mexican food, or leftovers. Dinner is some type of grains and vegetables and meat or fish. And if eating out, dinner is Mexican, Thai food, or burgers. So he eats a lot of meat, which I also thought was another Hetu for the sleep, because he's eating dinner pretty late. And so I was thinking that his body is still probably trying to digest as he is falling asleep. So his nadi was smooth and really strong, I thought, for him being Vata. So it was Vata at the first level, and between Pitta and Vata on the deeper level. And his eyes are bright and clear. Skin is clear with some dryness. Teeth are medium-sized and yellowish. Nails dry, hair dry. His build is tall, muscular, but very thin and very little body fat. So I thought that the Hetus were the stress from work, too much running around and going out, cold foods like raw salad, alcohol, and too much meat in his diet. So what my recommendations are to incorporate Abhyanga with sesame oil and sandalwood for grounding. Obviously a Vata pacifying diet, avoiding so much meat, less alcohol, and eat a lighter vegetarian dinner so body is not still digesting when trying to sleep. And then in addition to his normal exercise, incorporate yoga with grounding asanas. So in terms of herbs, what I would recommend is to do nasya with Anutailam for the stress and anxiety. Also Brahmigritam, and I thought Shirodhara with Bringaraj Tailam would really help for sleep. And then Ashwagandha Arishta. I thought Dashamularishtam might help him to gain body mass. I'm not really sure what would be the best for that. I don't know if I picked quite the best one there. And then for his constipation, digestion, Vishamagni, I would just recommend chewing on fennel seeds through the day as an anulomana. So that's about it.
Okay, can we go back to, yeah, I wanted to say, first of all, awesome. I'm so proud, like a proud mummy again. Great job.
Thank you.
Isn't she awesome, everybody? She's also teaching block 1. She's such a great teacher. So yeah, everything is great. My only question is, why did you choose Ashwagandha Rishta instead of Ashwagandha Grita?
I thought it would have with the alcohol content have like a faster effect. Since I was already recommending a Gritum.
Oh, okay. All right. And why just fennel for anulomana? Why not triphala or like taking milk with ghee?
The reason I picked, well, milk with ghee would be probably better. I didn't want to add another herb that was more intense, because I thought just fennel, that's something that you can just carry around and chew throughout the day. I don't know. I thought it was, since I was already giving kind of a lot, I just wanted something more basic, I guess. But milk with ghee would be really good too. I should probably put that on there.
So what Anu Dailam did you ask him to get? Like, I'm not, like which brand, or did he just any Anu Dailam, or?
I didn't recommend a specific brand. He was looking at Mappy and
yeah, Mappy one will be too strong for him. The Mappy Anu Dailam is given because it's a very strong one. It's given for people with mental disorders. Like it can be given for epilepsy and yeah, the one that probably for him. So he's a Pitta Vata is the one by Chopra Center. So if you want to look at, if you want to share the screen and share your Safari, just type Ayur Nas on it. I just want everybody to Ayur Nas. I think that's what it's called. And if you could also show them, yeah, Ayur Nas. Yeah, there's 3 Nase oils. One is, oh yeah, Kotakal's Anu Dailam is very, what is the word for it? Traditional. It's a very good quality one. And it's available in US now, Connor? Yeah. Oh, great. That's fantastic news. Yeah. I was getting it from, like getting it flown from India for myself. Yeah. So let me just share my screen. Hang on. Can everybody see this? I'm going to look for Ayur Nas.
Oh, can you guys not see my screen?
No, I just shared mine. Sorry. This is a really, really good product by the Chopra Center. It's not traditional Ayurvedic. For someone who is Pitta Vata, I actually happen to like this. Oh, goodness, marketing. Let's see, do they actually even have description? It has safflower, sesame, coconut, eucalyptus, rose, sandalwood, peppermint, and basil. So I would probably start someone on this. And then let's look at Kotakal. Christina, you just did perfect. I only wanted to show this so that people can find the right. Kotakal USA, there you go. This is where you get it from? Connor? Okay, so it's not in Arishtam. It's not in Grita. Maybe it's in oil. Don't they have a search button? Fine. And it's expensive? Oh, there it is on $12 for that? Are you serious? Yeah, that's the one I get. But $12, that's like 50 rupees. That's under $1 in India. But the point is, if you get it from India, you end up paying $17 for shipping. So it's easier to get 20. Yeah, best is you set up a wholesale account with them. I have a wholesale account with everybody. I haven't set up with them yet. We'll see. Yep, that's the one I use. So this one will have no ingredients given here. Yeah, but this is probably one of the best ones. And I wanted to show Arjun Arishtam to Jane also. Amrit Aragvad Aravind Bal. No Arjun Arishtam here. Let's look for Arjun Arishtam. Shopping. Here we go. Oh, this is by Patanjali. That means it's available in Indian store. That's a very good price. Because normally these things sell for like $22. That's the one, Jane. Arjuna Arishta. It's a cardio tonic. Okay. And I also wanted to show Dashamula. Actually, let's go back and show Dashamula Arishtam on this one. So this is what Christina suggested to him, Ashwagandha Arishtam. Oh, Jane had a client who has hypertension and she's taking statins. So I suggest, and the reason Arishtam form is because, you know, she is Vishamagani, so she's not digesting. Herbs also need to be digested as food, but if their digestion is not okay, then you want to give Arishtam or Ghritam form. This is your Ashwagandha Arishtam. That is $20. That is expensive. No ingredients. Oh, ingredients are there. Yeah, this would be, I mean, can be given for 100 things actually. And then Dashamula Rishtam is one other one you used. Let's find it. Here it is. So what did you give Dashamula for? Christina, I'm sorry.
To increase body mass. He has trouble gaining weight, so I thought that might help.
Yeah, okay. Patanjali USA has this. I don't even know Patanjali USA has. Yeah, we need to find like good sources. You don't want your clients to spend a fortune. You know what I found? They were selling in Maharishi Ayurveda, they were selling their Chavanprash, their Amrit. It usually goes for $50 for $20, and it was clearance price. I bought like 10 of those to give to my clients. Because who's going to spend $50 on a Chavanprash? It's where it is. But is this the one you were talking about? It's not even. Oh, this is the Indian. Oh, this is it. And we are looking for Dasha Mula. Dashmul, Indian. There it is. Oh, are you serious? This is more expensive. Yeah, if you get it from Indian store, it'll probably be $10. Because I get all the arishtams from Indian stores. Like I get Abhay Arishtam and whatnot. So they're usually about $10 or $11. I can even tell you. So whatever's $20 here is about $11, and it's the same size. Yep. And Brahmi Ghritam is another thing you recommended. I just want to show that. Brahmi Ghritam doesn't mean you take Brahmi and you ghee and you mix it together. It doesn't work like that. There's a process that goes with it. And Brahmi is one of the things that goes in it. It has more ingredients than that. So Brahmi ghee is excellent for all kind of manasa disorders. Also, this would be great for your client, Jane, instead of just giving Brahmi by itself, Brahmi Ghrita, because it'll cool her down. You know, the one who's your Pitta client, because it's a natural sedative. It'll kind of dull the sharpness in her mind and body. Oh no, Pradeepa. If you start if you start a practitioner block in January, we're gonna do all the recipes. The first 3-4 months, that's all we do. It is nothing like that. There's a process to it. That's why we don't you don't just mix an herb with ghee. That is called, that is just a paste. It's a kalka. Is it okay with Vishamagani? You mean for a specific client? So let me ask you, Christina, not the Christina Miller, Christina Borelli. Tell me, does ghee, Jane's client who has hypertension and who has a lot of heat? Yeah, because ghee will help Vishamagani. What is the quality of ghee? Ghee balances Agni. We want to cool her down because she is already Pitta and she is very hot and she's taking sour and spicy things. So her vata is out of balance because it's too hot and dry, and her pitta is out of balance. Ghee will balance Agni and will balance pitta. Ghee balances. So ghee is amazing because if someone has high Agni, ghee reduces it. If someone has low Agni, ghee increases it. And it balances pitta. The only exception being you don't want to give it to a kapha person in Mandagni. That is the only exception. So ghee will balance Agni for that person. So her Agni is imbalanced because she is Pitta, she should have Tikshna Agni. And the reason she doesn't have Tikshna Agni is because she's taking sour and spicy foods and lives in hot weather. It's like double trouble. And plus she's in, yeah. So yeah, Brahmi Grita would probably be better, but it doesn't taste that awesome. So you maybe want to start with Brahmi and move her when she gains a little bit more trust. Move her on to. Anybody else has anything, or should we stop? Jane, what about, you did Erin's also, right? She wanted you to share a little bit about her case study.
Injuries. I'm just going to pull up the chat. How do I pull up the chat in case let's see. There we go. Okay, sorry about that. Okay.
Connor, tell her what kind of questions are there. There's the same questions. And I didn't tell you that. You didn't hear that from me. Yeah, so exchange phone numbers, talk to her, give each other advice. Good luck. Good luck, good luck, good luck. Okay. I will see you then in one class in July, and then I'm going to see you from August. There's a lot of homework. I'll be sending you homework by email, not even on the forum. Okay.